All right, it's early morning. Getting a very early start because we have a long day today. Today's going to be like 18 miles. But it's the last day of the 100-mile wilderness. It's day 146. And yeah, it should be an easy trail. I mean, right now it's real easy. Not a lot of climbing. And I think maybe less than 1,000 feet. But over a long period of time, so no more mountains. Our goal is to get to Abol Bridge, Abol Campground, Abol Camp Store, where we'll meet the van again. And you know, the big question is how much we have to pretend like we're not slack packing. So to that end, Buzz has he's carrying his full pack, just to pretend like he's been carrying his full pack this entire time. I'm not. I'm just carrying my slack pack, but we'll see. I don't know. I think he's a little more anxious about the whole process than I am. We'll see how it all goes. We'll figure out something, I'm sure. And yeah, it's a real cold morning. It's in the high 40s. So even though it's kind of still summer here, you can feel the temps changing. So I'm freezing. All I've got on is my regular shirt and the fleece. And it's probably not enough, but you know, be bold, start cold, and hopefully I'll warm up as I keep hiking. Just got started. Yeah, that's the day. Should not rain, should be blue skies all day. Hopefully that continues for the next couple days while we summit Katahdin. It's kind of odd to me, and it just almost feels surreal that this is our last day in the 100-mile wilderness. Tomorrow we'll be in Baxter. Well, actually tonight, right? But we'll be hiking into Baxter tomorrow, and then the following day, summiting Katahdin. Woot! For over a mile now, we've been walking along. They call it the Rainbow Stream Cascades. It's like a series of waterfalls. You kind of see it peeking through the trees here along this stream. That's pretty darn cool. We keep walking by them for about another, at least half a mile. We'll be walking by this stream. In fact, we walk near ponds, lakes, and streams for the next over 8 miles. Looks like today's going to be a little over 17 miles. I think I earlier said less than 1,000 feet of elevation, and that I just looked, and it's going to be just under 2,000 feet of elevation. So still very doable. All right, we're walking by the Rainbow Stream Shelter. Let's check it out as we go by. Logbook, I think, inside. And yeah, pretty basic, but does the job. Nice place to sit. Fire pit. And Buzz.
All right. Did you do the logs?
I did the logs. Just take it slow and
How slow?
you did it a lot faster than me.
That's slow enough?
There you go.
They call this the Rainbow Deadwaters. And that's the Rainbow Stream leaving the Deadwaters. Just met the hiker Zipperhead. Cool guy. And so he's walking southbound, and in our chat, it turns out he was a noble hiker. Got all the way to the New York Deli and developed a tooth problem, had to have some surgery, pulled him off trail, totally threw off his timing and schedule. So he flipped up to Katahdin, and now he's walking southbound. He's got about 750 miles to hike south. Got too much different than us, really. But points out, that small things that can happen. Not that oral surgery is small, but things that in your normal day-to-day life you just roll with it can really be a big problem on the trail. So I count myself fortunate. Buzz and I fortunate. We've had a few little minor issues, but nothing that's really pulled us off significantly, which is good considering our ages, right? So, yeah, but that's always been my concern. You never know what could happen on the trail. Still got a long ways to go, but we've made it almost 1,300 miles now without any significant issues. All right, Abol Bridge, 12.8 miles. What? The end of the 100-mile wilderness. You see a lot of weird old metal artifacts out here. You always wonder, sometimes it's obvious what they're from. These almost look like they were sled runners, because see the curve? I'm also amused that they went, all right, we'll put a blaze on it. And so here you can see a blaze that's on the tree, but the tree was probably standing tall at one point. And is that beavers? Don't know. Oh, maybe that's, look at that tree trunk, and that one, and that one, and all those. We must be in Beaverville. Huh. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this 100-mile wilderness thing. It's there's a sign at each end. I think it's at each end. I know there's one at the southern end. It basically kind of says, well, I'll paraphrase, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. I mean, it's kind of like, this is going to be scary. And we kind of knew that. So the whole time I've been planning my AT trip for years, I've been thinking like, well, how are we going to do the 100-mile wilderness? And, some people can maybe do it in 7 days. I figured for me, it was going to be 8, 9, or 10 days. So you had to carry 4 or 5 days worth of food, get a food drop in the middle, which one of the hostels can do, and then keep going. And it's pretty wow, that's kind of gnarly. You're not near towns or anything. So cool. And even with once we switched to a supported through hike, we didn't think it would be any different. The only question was whether that van could get in and do the food drop in the middle, or we just wouldn't see vanish for the entire time and have a hostel do it. So that's what we thought it would be. Reality has been quite different. The reality is we have slack packed with the van every single day of the 100-mile wilderness. We've done it in a 7-day trip, and only carrying slack packs, not full packs. For those who don't know, a slack pack is a subset of your full pack. So the slack pack, we don't include the stove, dinner, breakfast, sleeping stuff, tent, all that. So your slack pack, like for me, only weighs 4 or 5 pounds. Anyways, we're able to slack pack. So it makes it a lot easier to hike than carrying a 20-pound full pack, So, yeah, we've been documenting how to slack pack the 100-mile wilderness, what roads you can take and where you can park and all that. And been finding it quite interesting, because took us a while to get a lot of this information and figure it out. A lot of the mapping is not very clear, like in Google Maps. You can't really just rely on that. So we developed a process, Vanish really developed a process by which she was able to navigate these back roads. And they are small country logging roads, but they're drivable. Anyways, that's what we've been doing, slack packing the entire 100-mile wilderness. And I'm still kind of astounded that that's a thing and it's possible after all this time thinking that we're going to have to do these 4 or 5 day long food carries with full packs. So astounding, and I'm very happy. Just met another hiker heading south named Carmen Sandiego. She's from Slovakia, I believe she said. And I asked her if she started at Katahdin, and she said no, she started up in Canada, and she's hiking to Florida. She's doing the entire Intercontinental Trail, which makes me like, wow, that's cool. But I noticed she had a slack pack on, and so she said nope, they've figured it out themselves how to slack pack the entire 100-mile wilderness. She was with a guy, I can't remember his name, apologies, and they're slack packing southbound the entire 100-mile wilderness. So we're not the only ones. Check out this trail here. Nice pine needles and moss and the occasional rock. I've been walking along Rainbow Lake, but look how choppy it is from the wind. Almost like ocean waves. Check out this tree. And unfortunately decided to start life on top of a rock. Look what its roots have done. Make up for it. And that root be thick. All right, we're down to about just over a mile left on today. And more importantly, a mile left on the entire 100-mile wilderness. So, yeah, that's a cause for celebration. It's been, feels a little surreal that we're finally getting through this thing. Today's been a great day. Weather's been just perfect. Highs were about 64, 65. And a little breezy, so it kept it cool. And just nice day, mostly sunny. Maybe a greater day if I saw a moose. So, funny thing today is I keep putting my head on a swivel and looking around, seeing as far as I can see. Maybe there's a moose in the woods somewhere. Can't ever see one. But then I get a message from Vanish. Picture of a moose. See, she saw a moose on the road. Just posing. Damn it. I'm not bitter. At least one of our team saw a moose. So I think we're approaching our last, I'm going to guess it's last, 100-mile wilderness boardwalk. Every little thing now becomes the last time I do this in the 100-mile wilderness, so it's kind of special. All right, we've reached pretty much the end of the 100-mile wilderness. This is the warning sign from the north side, and yeah, we not only survived it, we slack packed it, baby. After we come out of the forest, out of the 100-mile wilderness, bit of a road walk to Abol Bridge. I have no idea where we are, but I'll find the van. All right, I did see the van, and cool, I know where I'm going.